Good morning, Andrew. The Trump administration is expected to roll out its next aid package to farmers this week to blunt the effect of retaliation from China, even as retaliation from Mexico and Canada ends. 3 soybean farmers we reached out to did not know what was in the package, and a USDA statement said the program is being designed to avoid skewing planting decisions one way or another. Farmers should continue to make their planting and production decisions with the current market signals in mind, rather than some expectation of what a farming support program might or might not look like based on inaccurate media stories. As the administration moves to try to diffuse these negative effects, though, a new Quinnipiac poll shows deteriorating support for the administration's trade efforts. On President Trump's handling of trade, 39% of voters approve, 53% disapprove. On policy toward China, 40% approve, while 50% disapprove. And asked whether President Trump's trade policies are good for the economy, 40% say they are, 48% say they're not. The White House is trying to move on to other agendas as trade tensions with Beijing simmer. Ambassador Lighthizer will meet European and Japanese counterparts in Paris this week, continuing talks that shelved auto tariffs and seeing if they can make any progress there. And the White House today will press Democrats to pass the new NAFTA before taking up any infrastructure plan. They have a deadline for USMCA in just a couple months. Guys?
USMCA, I hear that. I can't help it. Anyway, I always think about that. Anyway, I saw an interview last night, Kayla. People are talking about it that they were taking it positively, that the Chinese ambassador said that the door's still open, but I watched it, and it just, I don't know.
Well, China's position, and its foreign ministry has said this too, that it prefers to resolve these disputes through talks. But as I reported last week, there's a question of what they would even talk about. If neither side is budging, then how are you going to sit down and actually have a productive conversation? So that's where
nice weather we're having.
Yeah, no, but Kayla, like, you know, is there any military buildup in the South Sea on those islands? No, that's not true. What about the internment camps for the Uyghurs? Oh, those are jobs training. I mean, the stuff that the guy was saying as fact, I can't, being on the other side of a negotiating table, I think I'd just be like, this is, you know, just facts. I guess maybe sometimes they feel that way about Trump, perhaps. But, I mean, these were just complete fabrications and non-truths and bargaining positions coming from this guy that only Baghdad Bob would have believed, Kayla. So how do you actually negotiate and try and get a good deal when you're negotiating with people like that?
Well, the team here has said that Liu He, the vice premier, is an honest broker. They believe that what he says is truly what he believes. He would be able to agree to and sell to the Chinese president. But there are other more conservative members of the Politburo that have different views on what China should actually be conceding here. So there's a problem where there is not alignment among the upper echelons of the Communist Party about what they'd actually be willing to do here. And that's one of the main reasons that this fell out. We know that Chinese media is a propaganda machine, so we know that they're always going to be talking up their positions. In a lesser way, the U.S. administration is too.
Yeah, because, I mean, Kayla, this gentleman said 3 or 4 times the United States completely changed its what it was asking for overnight. The same thing that we've said, but he said it just as stridently about. So if both sides are just saying you keep changing your position, how do we ever know who actually settled on something and who's wealthy? I don't understand it.
At some point, we'll get a TikTok behind the scenes, and perhaps it would take someone leaving the administration to divulge that, or talks really hitting a speed bump here.